Sometimes people think that just because I could do something doesn't mean I have to do it. Just because I could do something doesn't mean I'm accountable for it. According to Judaism, the fact that you could do something, you're held accountable to do it. One of the explanations of the hard question about Judaism is, even though the question would be, why do bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? One of the many answers is that sometimes you have a tzaddik, that he could be a greater tzaddik. So even though he's a good guy, but he could be much, much greater. He's held accountable for that. And you have a rasha, a bad person, who can't be anything better than he is. And as a matter of fact, he's even trying on his level to not be so bad. And in that case, because he's doing what he could be, and that's how he's created, he's not held accountable. We know that the rabbis teach that Yehuda, anybody who blesses Yehuda, right, is cursed. They should not bless Yehuda. And it's funny that to think like that. Why is it so bad to bless Yehuda? But the Gemara says that somebody who blesses Yehuda is considered disgusting to God. It's Gemara in Sanhedrin. And the explanation Rashi says is because the fact that Yehuda, he had the power to bring Yosef back to his father. The very fact that he was able to sell his brother Yosef means that he had some power amongst his brothers, and he could have saved him that much and not let them kill him. He also had the power to bring Yosef back to the father Yaakov Avinu. And because he didn't do that, he's held accountable for it, and he had to lose his two sons because he didn't fill up to what he could do. We find that also Rabbi Akiva, he had to die a very difficult death. When he came to his rabbi, Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkenes, when Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkenes was dying, and Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkenes was excommunicated from the other rabbis, and he told all the rabbis who came to visit him that the deaths will be difficult. And he said that Rabbi Akiva's death would be the greatest out of all the deaths of all the students that came to visit him. And the explanation is, Rashi explains, the Chaim Shmulevitz brings down, because since Rabbi Akiva, he could have learned more Torah from his rabbi, Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkenes. There was more Torah that Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkenes was able to teach, that by him dying now would not be passed on to the oral Torah. Rabbi Akiva was a pillar of the oral Torah, of all the Mishnah and the Midrash and the Zohar and the Sifri. All these things all come from Rabbi Akiva and his students. And because he didn't learn from Rabbi Yosef ben Horkenes, so a lot of Rabbi Yosef ben Horkenes' Torah, we lost it. And because he could have learned more, even though we didn't have a great rabbi like Rabbi Akiva ever, even Moshe Rabbeinu didn't understand why Hashem is giving the Torah through Moshe and not through Rabbi Akiva. So he was the greatest rabbi we ever had, but because he could have learned more, he's held accountable. We also find that Mordechai tells Esther, he says, if you think that you're going to be passive now and not do anything, you're safe in the king's palace, you think that you're getting away with it, you're not getting away with it. You're held accountable to be able to step up and save the Jewish people because you could do it. So from three sources, we're seeing that when you could do something, you're held accountable for it. Not only is this a Torah concept, also in the concept of stress. David Allen, in the book he talks about stress-free productivity. And he says that what causes stress, that much of the stress that people have is coming from not finishing things that you started. The fact that you started something means you could finish it. It's not that stress is coming from having too many things to do, but stress is coming from that you know that you should be doing something and you're not doing it. Today I was very stressed because I got up early to go to the kotel to make my video, and as I'm driving, there's a flat tire. So I got up early, slept early to go to the kotel, and I can't go to the kotel. It's early morning. So I turned around, drove my car slowly to the tire place nearby the yeshiva where I work in the morning, and I prayed over there Shachrit nets. Then afterwards I went to fix a tire, but then I'm missing the plate on my tire. So I went to look for my plate, and my whole day got pushed off, thing after thing after thing. And it caused me stress because I said, hey, I should be making my video. I could be making my video, but I didn't make it. I felt that there was a part of me that could be something, but really couldn't be. So I'm here now putting the video together in my office, the best that I can. But that makes me feel less stressful. So even if nobody watches this video, I did it for myself, that I shouldn't feel the stress. So when you want to know about how to unstress yourself, it's not to do less. It's to find out and clarify what you could do and act upon it, and what you can't do and accept it.